With a bold quiver of his magnificent mustache, Mario let loose a hearty sneeze. A single grain of sand had flown along the warm wind and tickled the hero's nose. It wasn't long before Mario and Tippy found the source of the sand, the Yold Desert. Along the endless sun-baked expanse, Mario and Tippy continued their search. Chapter 1, Level 3 The Sands of Yold. Didn't Old Man Watch It say something about there being some ruins around here? The Pure Heart can't be far now, we better not waste any time. Hey guys, welcome back to Super Paper Mario. Last time we explored Yold Town and met Thoreau, the throwing pixel, and we made it here to the Yold Desert where the Pure Heart should be. And so this time we'll be crossing the desert and hopefully finding where the Pure Heart might be. Now, right off the bat, I want to say that you can actually pick up enemies with Thoreau and then throw them again into each other. You can kill two birds with one stone right there. And right here, we have 16 question mark blocks, so we're going to want to hit all of them. There's some pallet holes in that. Come on. All of them. Please don't let the foot meter run out. Almost there. Alright, and we got a happy flower, not too bad. There aren't any pits around here, so we don't have to worry about the coins going off and falling. So the big coins give you 3 coins instead of 5, like I was saying a few episodes ago. I wasn't sure how much it was, but my coin counter went up by 3. And this right here is a speed flower. Basically what it does is that it speeds up time. Now, it's a bit harder to move, but in return you get 3 times the amount of experience and coins. This is a zombie shroom. Basically it just runs around. It's a pretty standard enemy. That right there is a normal mushroom. There's a red palm tree right here. We're going to want to remember that for later. And, let me go and see if there's anything back here we missed. That was an enemy we hadn't seen yet. That's called a Cleft. We're not really going to be able to do anything about those guys right now. I was about to say let me switch back, but it doesn't look like there's anything here for us, and we're at the start of the level. So let's go all the way back and see what else there is we can do. Now back by the red palm tree, I don't think there's anything around here. No, there's not. I saw a catch card up ahead behind those rocks. This right here is a Cleft. If I can do Titty's tattle on it. Didn't mean for the alliteration right there. That's a ball Cleft. You might confuse this rock-hard foe with a rock. Max HP is 2, attacks 1, defense 2, flames 1, scorches foe. South an explosion near it, so it'll be vulnerable. Right now we can't do anything about them, so we're just gonna have to avoid them. There are a few abilities we'll get later on in the game that allow us to take care of them. For now, all we can do is throw them into each other with Thoreau. And we're also going to want to... I guess we could break these blocks. I mean, we don't have to, but it's just something you always do in a Mario game, so... Now, these right here are squid cards, so we'll do more damage to them. These are the boomboxers whose card we got in the last episode. This boomboxer blasts cones with pure sound anyone it doesn't like. Max HP is 4, it gets startled by its own loud noises. We'll drive the music lover to listen to anything that loud. They're pretty standard, just hit the block from under them to destroy them. Now up ahead we have another unique enemy. That's a very, very awkward position. This is a jaw bus. It bites anything near them. The break point is that glowing ball in the back. What you have to do is flip into 3D and then walk behind them. Now, you could actually pick these guys up, funnily enough, and let's just, wait, that didn't kill him? Oh, I guess our attack isn't that high. Now, another thing to look out for is that when they get near pits, they'll actually turn around. So you can't just lead them into a bottomless pit, and then they'll just die. You have to feed them no matter what. And like I was saying, if you push them near legs, they'll just turn around and attack you, so you don't want to do that. There's another Cleft right there we can't do anything about. And then there's this enemy. Now, you may be thinking it looks a little, suggestive. That's a chairbowl. It's a nasty gas bag that spews a plume of sleepy gas. Max HP is 5, attack is 2. That gas will put you to sleep, so don't go sniffing it. Some say the gas comes from their mouths. Some say it comes from elsewhere. Oh dear. Just why, Nintendo? You literally have an enemy that is a farting butt. Yes. Just why? Why would you put an enemy like that in the game? Now, as you saw, these Goombas have some lines around them. Basically what that means is that they can actually flip into 3D. You may be noticing that rock looks a little suspicious. Well, it's because there's a whole nother layer to the desert. Now let's just flip back into 2D, and these Goombas will come with us. We don't want to go down that way just yet, because I want to see what's over this way. I think there's something behind this rock. No, there wasn't. There is a curd shell behind this one, but I don't really use them that often, so I won't be getting it. Over here, yeah, there's nothing other than this boomboxer. It's pretty much a dead end, so you have to go back and look for the hidden path. Let's just make our way back over there. Now that we're back at the arrow thing, we can go over this way. And there is sort of an annoying thing. You'll notice that the background kind of shifted when we got to this layer. If you were to flip it back into 2D on that path, you'd end up back in whatever layer you were currently on. The whole, physics engine of this game when flipping into 2D, 3D is really weird, as I'm sure you can guess, so it's a bit hard to explain, but if you flip into 2D before the background shift, you'll just end up wherever you were, so you kind of just lose your progress. Let's go to the sign. Yold signpost. Find ye the tall red palm tree of fortune, and leapeth under its branches 10 times. I don't think it says anything else on the other sides. Doesn't say anything unique there, and nothing unique there. So what we have to do is go back and jump under that tree 10 times. This is actually a reference to a side quest in Paper Mario for the Nintendo 64, where you had to jump under a red palm tree, or maybe it was walk around a palm tree, I don't exactly remember. You had to do something 10 times to a red palm tree in the desert town to get a special item. So it's a bit of a neat callback to the first game. Yeah, what we're supposed to do is just go back and jump under that red palm tree, and we shouldn't be too far from it now, if I'm not mistaken. Back at the red palm tree, we just want to jump 10 times. Now, I also want to mention that if you were to just jump under it 10 times before reading the signpost, it still counts. So if you're replaying the game and just want to do a speed run, you can just immediately jump 10 times to clear that part. But either way, we open up the door. And, wait, this isn't the area I thought it was going to be. We have some more lazy graphic design. Well, I guess not graphic design, more like level design, but whatever. Anyway, let's jump up. What you want to do here is press the 2 button as you land on it, and I swear that's what I'm doing. Hold on. Why can't I time this? I'm pressing the... There we go. For some reason I was pressing the 2 button but wasn't letting me jump high. You get a single coin from that, so it's not really a great reward, but I guess it's worth it. Now, if I'm not mistaken, yes, there's an invisible block right here. That right there is a crunchy veggie. The little zombie mushroom is ground. And again, nothing to chat for him. Anyway, the fresh veggie restores 10 HP and cures poison like most items do. Now right here in 3D, there's a bridge across the sand gap so you don't have to accidentally sink down. And the spike boomers are just walking off ledges to their deaths too. And right here, okay, why aren't these springboards cooperating? I'm pressing the... Okay, this is what... Hold on a sec. Okay, Ari! Ugh. Okay. Why? Work! I'm pressing the 2 button as I'm landing on the thing. Okay, I just decided to spam the 2 button because for some reason it wasn't working. Anyway, what you're supposed to do is use the row to hit that switch and activate these flippy things. That was really weird. I was pressing the 2 button, but for some reason it wouldn't let me go up. What I was saying is that I'm playing this with the TV on mute because my gamepad is broken right now and I can't listen to the audio of the game. I was thinking maybe my timing was screwed up because of that, and that might have been it, but for some reason this wasn't working. Now, if we flip into 3D, there are a bunch of squiglets right here that we can just go and get some experience points. There we go. It's not a lot, but I guess it's some. And now right here, we're going to have to do some careful platforming. There's a save block, although I don't really think we need it. Now, the Spike Goombas we also can't really do anything about. If you were to grab it with throw, you get hurt from the spike, so you don't want to do that. Anyway, let's go down here. If I'm not mistaken, there are some question mark blocks in here. Oh, I remember this room. In 3D, there's a question mark block containing a coin above each of them, and you really have to time your jumps well in order to get it. Now, this also brings in another thing I have a criticism of. There's a coin block right here. You know what? I don't care that I just lowered my lifespan. I want some money. Now, anyway, what I was saying is that you'll notice that sometimes Mario will take a few extra steps after you stop moving, and that really can screw up your jumps in this game. So that is another issue I have with it. I don't like the fact that the platforming can be a little awkward at times, especially in small platforms. And outside, as you saw, we also had to time our jumps precisely, and that could also screw things up. That right there is a Super Shroom. It restores 20 HP instead of the usual 10. But either way, let's go back up, and thankfully, I don't think we have to do a lot of super precise platforming after this, but there is some left in this level. I guess I could talk about, oh wait. Gragoogly! So you're the lad sticking his stash in me boss's business! He yells at the door and it runs away in fear. You shouldn't have crossed the count! Now I'm gonna have to get chunky on ya! I do not want to hear that in any other context than this. You're one of Count Bleck's thugs, aren't you? Oh, Chunks is me name! And I'm no common thug, lass. I thug for the Count of Counts, Count Bleck himself. One word from me, Blecky boy, and I come to make you feel some hamage. Hamage? Make that damage. Whatever then, not that it matters a pitch of stew in a sandstorm. You're a goner. Do you even know what Count Bleck is trying to do? Yeah! Me boys using powers and whatnot to bring back some order to this here world. An enemy of Bleck be an enemy of mine. They all get chunked. This Chunk's a lot scarier than the other enemies we faced so far. Maybe you should use my power to investigate him when we start the battle. Enough is enough already! It's time to thunder down up from on high and deliver a beating of the ages. Chunk on it! So now we have our first mini-boss fight against Chunks, and I accidentally crouched instead of going to the left right there. So we are about to feel the flying chunker of death. That's Chunks. He's a big bearded warrior of a man. Max HP, so any attack is one. He can grab you by the feet and hurl you. If you're in reach, he'll toss you to keep your distance, but you can turn the tables on him and use the row to send him flying. He'll jump down on us, and I want to show you what his main attack is. He'll reach out to grab you, and then he throws you around the screen and does a little victory dance, which is pretty funny. He just pounds his chest right there. I've also seen some things where he can also, like, just do a weird pose and shake his ass at you for some reason. But anyway, what you want to do is use the row to send him flying, as could be said. And he gets stunned for a few seconds, and then you can just attack him as many times as you want. The boss fights in this game aren't that hard. Once you figure out the strategy, you can beat them pretty easily, but of course, since I'm doing a Let's Play, I start sucking immediately, and we're almost at... And we're at 2/3 health all of a sudden. Let's pick him. You can also jump on him for the few seconds he's not moving after he jumps. But of course, the best way is to use the row. Okay. And just keep on doing this until he's down. He should be at half health right now. Get out of the way. Pick him up. Throw him again. You can also jump on in midair too to cheese this fight. I remember I was practicing this game, was actually able to do that. One more hit and you should be down. I think, there we go. I'm chunked! Me Chunks, you failed me! I got pummeled and you barely sweat your brow! Hey, what kind of strange little man are you? This strange little man is none other than the legendary hero, Mario. Maria, eh? She's not a name yet, but you can bet your baby I'll remember that. His name's not Maria, it's Mario. You remember this, Maria? If you didn't look like such a wee toddler, I wouldn't have taken it so easy on you. But hey, I have to give it up for your efforts, let's call it a tie. You better get some chunks on your own for next time though, eh? And while you're at it, why don't you wax that funny stash of yours, Maria? Till we meet again, eh? Chunks away! Very warrior-like of you, oh Chunks. Did you understand a word of what that goon was saying? And so after that, let's go in and get into the last segment of this level. Now, I have to just say, I said it earlier for a bit, but the villains in this game is a large reason of why I love it so much. The characters are already great, they have very unique art style, and that personally is what makes them so memorable to me. But the villains all have very colorful personalities, and trust me, by the end of this game, they're going to be easily one of the best things about it. As you saw right there, where Chunks already had some pretty funny dialogue. He's like a stereotypical Scottish warrior guy. But trust me, the other villains are also going to have some pretty fun personalities once you get to know them. The old signpost, purchase ye atop the distant platform of Blue and the following is for the eyes of the hero only. Left, left, left. Gaze ye at the sign of this signpost. Now, I am ashamed to admit it, but I completely screwed up on this part when I first played it. Oh wait, that's not the part. You wanna go here, I think, or... Wait, what? Hold on a sec. It says... Was I, putting it in the wrong position? There's some text on, this side of the signpost. Where's it? Wait. Press minus and 1 at the same time to make something interesting happen. Now, I completely missed that message when I first played this game. I saw the left, left, left thing, and I thought I was already gazing at the side of the signpost, so I figured that was what I had to do. And I got stuck for a really, really long time because of that. It's not immediately clear what it's talking about, but trust me, you'll see. That's another farting ass. Instead of putting you to sleep, what it does is that it freezes you. I didn't really get a chance to show it off earlier, but when you're asleep, you have to shake the Wii remote up and down to get rid of it. And finally, one of those springboards works with me for once. Let's just make our way across these platforms. Right here, if I'm not mistaken, we're at the end of the level. We have you can see there's like a blue pedestal up ahead. This is what the signpost is talking about. Now, the screw-up I was talking about, well, first thing I want to talk about is you have like this weird like dragon thing. I always kind of thought it looked like a snail with like the eye stalks and the flowers. What I thought you had to do was press the left button 3 times. I didn't get the minus button and the 1 button at the same time, so I kept on doing this over and over again before I realized I screwed up. So if you press the minus button and the 1 button at the same time, slider puzzle saves the world. But with that, we made our way through the Yold Desert, and we are now at the Yold Ruins, with no discernible entrance other than, I guess, plot. So with that, next time in Super Paper Mario, we enter the Yold Ruins and find the second Pure Heart. See you guys next time.